Well, I'm standing outside on a very hot and very humid July day and telling a tale of three Riversides. So I do have three Sabal Riverside, and I'm going to show all three of them and tell a little bit about them because the palm is something of an enigma. It's not a valid species. In fact, the Sabal that it arose from is from a single specimen from Riverside, California, that does not have a wild population that anyone knows of, and in fact the original specimen is now gone. So it's very difficult for anyone to say exactly what Sabal Riverside is or should be. In an attempt to try to get the real thing or try to determine what the real thing is, I've gotten three. And the one you're looking at right now is one I got earlier this year from California. And apparently it's a third generation from the original. There's a palm that's growing in Los Angeles that is apparently one of the original seedlings from the original palm. And this is a seedling from that one. So it's really hard to tell at this point what it might be. The only thing I can tell you is once it came from California, it had a little bit of a hard time adjusting to a new container. You see a little bit of yellowing on the leaves. It seems to have recovered pretty well and is coming out with new leaves. In fact, there's another little seedling coming up. So I guess I got a little bonus palm. Here's the other one, or another one. This Sabal Riverside is from a friend, and the origin on this one is unknown other than it was labeled Sabal Riverside. And it seems to be pretty typical of what I've seen, at least in smaller palms. You can see that the older leaves tend to get a little lighter green. The younger leaves or newly emergent leaves are bluish green, almost like Sabal minor, but not quite as blue. And now we are going to walk over and look at the third one. And while we're going there, I'll tell you a little bit about it. This is the one that arose apparently from the late Maxwell Stewart in Mobile, Alabama. And Mr. Stewart had a number of Sabal Riverside that were collected apparently from the original and grown there. And this is a seedling of a seedling, I believe, that was grown from that. And here it is. And I got this one in the winter of this year, planted it in the spring, so you can see it's put out, I think, 2 leaves. Yeah, 2 this year. It's not been as fast growing as the other one I just showed you, but still pretty good. And it does look pretty similar. It has that bluish green emerging leaf, and then the older leaves kind of fade to a lighter green. So we'll see as the years go by. We'll see which of these is the real thing, or maybe they all are, or maybe none of them are. But we shall see in the years to come. Thanks for tuning in.